So as promised, in my last reel, I was talking to all creatives, and I said it's a beautiful tool. Tarot can be a beautiful tool to create new ideas for artworks, for paintings, to brainstorm, to solve problems in your artist practice. And I said sometimes one card is all it needs. And I drew the Temperance card from this deck, so that's why I'm not shuffling here. I'm referring to my past reel where I did that. But I didn't give you an interpretation of this card, and now I want to do that just to show how you can use tarot for really for a daily problem solving brainstorming activity. Now look at the Temperance card. What is Temperance? Temperance is a card of balance, is a card of harmony. So what we're seeing here is a very tonal picture. So that could be an inspiration. Your next picture, just use a super limited palette, maybe even just one tone and white and black or something, and create a whole tonal picture. If you just very subtle, very balanced. Also balance in the form of color balance. We could see that we're using very analogous colors, so situated side by side on the color wheel, for example. Then look at the imagery. Okay, we can do a pet portrait, for example. That could be an idea that we're getting. We could think about something spiritual, as this is an angel image as well. So we could think about spiritual themes in our paintings, something like that. We could create some balanced a balanced setup for the picture as well, where we say, okay, this is very center oriented, so something that's one big figure in the middle. Definitely talks a little bit about portraits or something, but we could also see landscape with just one major building that we're seeing. So there's a lot of things that we can straight off out of the imagery that we can take, and then we can think about what temperance actually means. It's an alchemical process. So maybe we want to picture an medieval alchemical laboratory, and someone working there, if we're working sort of figuratively. If we're working abstract, things work the same way, because it's not as easily seen as in the traditional card, but it's about a person or an angel, an angelic being, pouring wine and water, so into 2 cups, so mixing wine and water. So it could be about pre-mixing colors, really in this kind of sort of cocktail fashion, where you mix 2 colors, a lot of paint, not on small batches on a palette, but really cups of color. This could point towards trying acrylic pour, something like this. This is a very fluid motion, so we could really sort of splat paint towards the canvas. This is all creating ideas out of this one single imagery here. We know that the Temperance card, it talks about, yes, alchemical processes. So we could use actually paint reacting, having paint react with other substances. Alcohol, for example, turpentine, for example, water, sand. Okay, we can think about the elements, or back in the day, that was water, earth, fire and air. So we could do all of this. We could sort of work at it with a heat gun and see how the material, the medium reacts to it, and work with that, because that's what we're seeing in the Temperance card, a kind of brewing imagery where things are actually going through a transformational process. material things going through transformational processes. That would be a sum up of the Temperance card. So just by looking at this card, I've come up, I don't know, have you counted it, about 10 different things that we could try, that we could do. Something that we have never tried before, something completely new, just from single cards. So imagine if I'm pulling 3 or 5 cards, if I'm doing a little batch, how much ideas I could just generate out of this. I feel it's amazing. And if you have questions about that, absolutely put it in the comments. Ask me about it, because I'm thinking this is a tool that is so underrated and could get so many artists out of the stuck position where they are. I've been there multiple times. I used it, I know it works, and it sometimes creates absolutely astonishing and amazing results. Try it out. If you have a question, ask me. Follow me on my Instagram channel, on my TikTok, and on my YouTube, and find out more. See you in my next lives. Bye.